Good evening, believers. Hello, hello. I swear, if I could be on time, I would be a force to be reckoned with in this world. I don't know why I can't be directly at 8 o'clock, but I'm here. Right? Hello, hello, believers. Come on in here. Come talk to me. Oh, I'm going down over here on Instagram. Okay, it came back. All right. Oh, I'm live now. All right, good. All right, fabulous. Hello, hello to everybody that is joining me for the Healing Hour Live. This is Love Coach Dasha, and that is what we're doing here today. We're doing Healing Hour Live. We are trying to heal and reconcile with the person who cheated after infidelity. We are trying to work that out. We are trying to get to a place where we can stay with that person, where we can continue to love them. It is all right if you feel like the person that you love is still the person that you love. It is all right to feel like that. And it's all right if you want to stay. I know so many advice columnists and all sorts of women will tell you that it's not okay for you to want to stay and you should just run for the hills. You should just be separated. It should just be over. And it's all right if that's not how you feel. All right. Not everybody feels the exact same way. I don't feel like we should be painted into a corner because of somebody else's bad behavior. This is somebody that we love. Yes. And we know guys do stupid things all the time. A whole bunch of dumb comes from men on a regular basis. We know that. We are all aware of that. And you shouldn't have to give up who you love, who you want to be with, just because they're an idiot. All right? You shouldn't have to do that. I know. People will tell you that you're so wrong for it. I don't think that. I am here to tell you that I've done it myself. I don't think that I'm an idiot. I don't think that I was so wrong. As a matter of fact, it was 15 years later, and it was the best decision that I made. It was the good decision for myself, for my family, for my own heart. It really was. And it's 15 years later, and we're happy. Things are going well. So thank God. Oh, I'm so glad to be here with you. Makai's mom, hello. I see you over there on Instagram. Hey. Hello. Amber girl. I caught something in the group earlier. Stop listening to that side chick. You gotta stop listening to her. She's getting in your way. She's getting in your way of fixing this and being happy again. She really is. All right, let's see. Make sure I can see everything. Everybody that's here with me, give me some likes, give me some love. Let me know that you're here. Give me some comments. Let me know that you're here with me. Even if you don't have any questions at the moment, give me comments. Let me know that you're here. All right, so if you all don't know about me, I am a firm believer that you alone can heal this. You can heal yourself. You can heal this trauma that has happened to you. And I am here to tell you some of the things and ways that you can go about it. All right. I totally believe that because I did it. All right. I'm not telling you I experimented with people. No, I did this to myself. And then I experimented with other people. For years now, I've been telling people about my dreams formula for healing and reconciling after infidelity. You got to make the decision. That's the D. You got to decide what you want to do. Is this the person that is worth some work? Some healing to be done on your part. If they are worth that decision, then make that decision and follow through with it. All right. We've got the R, which is recognizing and overcoming the fear speech. Fear speech is all that stuff that is going on in your head that keeps telling you that this is going to go wrong and you're doing something terrible, and the things that other people say to you that are telling you, oh, this is going to go wrong, this is going to be terrible. All of that stuff is fear speech. It is just fear monsters talking to one another. It's your fear talking to other people's fears, talking to yourself. It is only fear. It is not real. All right. Then we got the E. We've got evaluating why that's happened. Got 3 reasons for that. Sick, sad, stupid. Okay. Not exactly what you think it is. Sick is exactly what you think it is. All forms of illness, mental and physical, addiction, all of that. Sad is some kind of loss. He's experienced some kind of loss. Most people that have experienced some kind of loss, and even if it is a loss of our relationship, I don't feel like our relationship is okay anymore. If it's a loss of a family member, if it's a loss of their masculinity, if it's a loss of their job and their identity, it is still a loss, okay? And then stupid is not what you think. Stupid has to do with all those terrible things that we are told when we are young about being in relationships. Because the stuff that dudes are told is different from the stuff that us girls are told. And then we're supposed to make this work somehow. All right. So got that. Allowing the healing to happen is the A of the dreams formula. You got to allow yourself to actually heal. You got to stop on poking on the wound, digging your fingers around in it. You gotta let it go. You gotta actually release it and focus on positive things instead of the negative things. And there's the M, which is managing those future emotions. You're gonna have triggers. Sometimes that's gonna happen, even when you're doing well, especially when you're doing well. You're going to have triggers. You need to know what that feels like. And then as soon as you know what that feels like, what do I do with this? What do I do that is going to soothe this, that's going to make me feel better? And then, of course, S, support. You need to seek some support. And if you do not have a good friend, somebody that you can go through this with, there are plenty of women in the Love After Cheating group that you can link up with. Or if you want some big kahuna assistance, some support from a professional, I am here for you, okay? So if you are interested in working with me, you need some support, let me know. Just message me. I am here for you, okay? I want to work with you. I want to work with 1,000 women this year and get 1,000 women out of pain. So I'm on it, all right? Every single day I'm talking to somebody new every day, trying to work that out so I can help 1,000 women get out of pain. If you want to be one of the 1,000, hit me up, all right? Hashtag one of the 1,000. I like that. Make that hashtag. Hashtag one of the 1,000. All right. If you want to be one of the 1,000, let me know. All right. But either way, all of that is stuff that you can do. You can be working on. You know about. You can be investigating. And so then you are working on actually moving forward, healing, instead of being stuck in the trauma and waiting around for Prince Charming to come along and sweep you off your feet again like you did the first time. Okay, yeah, I know. He was wonderful the first time. I know. And you expected him to be wonderful for this. But he's dealing with his own monsters right now. You can work on your healing. And as you start down that healing path, he's going to meet you there. Okay? He's going to meet you. And then we're going to head out on the rest of this healing path together. Promise you that is exactly how it works. Everybody that I've seen heal, that's how it has worked. All right? All right. Everybody, come on in. We're going to do our deep breathing. That is the very first thing that you can do all on your own that's going to help you to start to feel better after a trauma. Deep breathing works, okay? I know people think that it's such a simple thing. You're just breathing. But if you are intentionally holding in that breath, controlling it instead of letting it come out in pants like it does when you're having that fight or flight response from a trauma, when you do that, you are signaling to your brain. You are not just controlling your breath. You are telling your brain that you are in control. You are not in any danger. It's okay for it to let this go for right now. And then you can calm down, get out of that anxious state, and get more oxygen to your brain so you can think a little bit better. So you're not as testy and crabby, and you're not thinking only awful things. Because when you are panting like that, that is the breath state of I am really anxious, terrible thoughts are in my head. And when you are breathing like that, those two things go together. So when you intentionally slow down that breathing, you start to get back in control of your own thoughts. That's what we need, right? We need that. All right. So we're going to do our deep breathing. Where did I go? Okay, there I am over here. All right, let's see. Amber, you said, "Oh, girl, he's been getting up more. I'm getting out there more." No, girl. See, this is what I'm saying. You be too interested in what is going on with him, what is going on with her. You gotta heal. As soon as you start healing, you do not have to worry about her anymore. She's gonna fade right on off. All right, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta keep focused. Nicole, hey, oh, it was messing up over on Instagram. I don't know, it was, and then it stopped. So I'm glad it got itself together. And all my technology want to be iffy this month. Alrighty, fabulous. Glad that you all are here. Everybody else that's watching on Facebook, hello. Glad you're here. You know I want to talk to you. Angela's here. Hello, Angela. Are we congratulating you? Are you all done? You all done with your program? I think you are all done with your training now, aren't you? Oh, Angela, that's some good Thirsty Thursday stuff. We're gonna talk about that too. Oh my. So we're going to do our deep breathing and I'm going to come back to you, Angela, if you answer. All right, so we're going to do our deep breathing. What we do is 4-7-8 breathing. What you're going to do is blow out like you're blowing out a birthday cake full of candles. You want to blow and make the noise of blowing. That is a trigger. That is creating a positive trigger. You're telling your brain, when you hear that noise, I'm in control. I don't need you to flip out. I don't need you to be making my heart race, making my breath come short. I don't need that right now. I am in control when I hear that sound. All right. Blow out. You're going to inhale for a count of 4. You're going to hold your breath for a count of 7. And then you're going to blow out like you're blowing out birthday candles again for a count of 8. If you have asthma, if you smoke, it may be a little difficult first couple times you do it. Don't you worry. If you go ahead and do it with me a couple of times, you're going to get it. All right. Oh, Angela, yeah, you graduated in the morning. Yay. Congratulations. All right. Okay. We're going to do our deep breathing real quick here. All right. Everybody get ready. You're going to blow out. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely. How do you feel when you do your deep breathing? Let me know. It should feel pretty good when you do your deep breathing. You should feel like you get back in control of yourself. You should feel like I got a little extra head rush because I got all this oxygen going to my brain that wasn't going there previously. It's a good feeling. It's a good thing to do when you first wake up. It's a good thing to do, especially before you go to bed. Helps a lot with the nightmares. If you're still in that stage where you're having nightmares about this, do your deep breathing, journal, do your deep breathing again, and then try and go to sleep. You got to bring it down a little bit before you try and rest if you're still in the nightmare stage, all right? Hello, looking good, 156. I see you over there on Instagram. Hello. Glad you are here with me. All right. So the next thing, of course, the next thing that you got to be doing, you need to sit down and do, is do your journaling. Have you done your journaling? Have you sat down today and took 5 minutes for yourself to write in your journal? If you have not, doggone it, you are doing yourself a disservice. I'm trying to tell you, if you want to heal, you got to do the actions of healing. That is an action of healing. Journaling about your feelings, getting them out of your head and down onto the paper. You can go back and you can find so much information when you do this. You can find out exactly what triggers you. You can figure out what days and times that happens. You can figure out what is good for you, what makes you feel better, what makes you feel terrible. You can find out all sorts of good information from journaling, okay? 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before you go to bed, all right? If you can do that for yourself, you're going to be making daily effort towards the healing. That is what you got to do. Every single day, be making that effort towards, I don't want to feel like this anymore. So you got to be making that a daily thing. You need your date, your time, your level of anxiety every time you journal. If you are going back in your journal and you want to find out some information, you need that date and your time. All right. And then your level of anxiety is 0 to 10. 0 is no anxiety whatsoever. God's in his heaven, all is right with the world. And then there is a 10. A 10 is a complete loss of control. 10 is, I want to rip my hair out, tear my clothes off, run screaming down the street naked, okay? That is a 10. If you are not at that level, a loss of control, you are not at a 10. Do not write that in your journal. You're going to freak yourself out thinking that you're a 10 all the time. You're not. If you're not losing your mind, if you are not screaming, if you are not freaking the hell out, you're not at a 10. You may be at a 9, but you are losing it at a 10, all right? If, as you're doing this, when you write it at the beginning, and then you write your journal entry, and then you come to the end, write another number for what your anxiety level is then. You will find that most of the time, as you're journaling, that level comes down, okay? We need all of the help we can get to bring that level down, right? If you are going through it and you are super anxious and you are stressed out, you need to be every day pulling that level down. Doing your deep breathing, doing your journaling is going to help that, all right? A third thing that is going to help you that you can do all on your own, you don't need your partner to help you heal, is to be grateful. I just mentioned Thirsty Thursday for Angela graduating. You need to be grateful. You need to be thinking about all of the wonderful, beautiful, breathtaking, happy, joyful things you have going on in your life besides this problem. All right? This trauma, yes, it exists. It's big. It's bad. It hurts you. Yes. But that doesn't mean that the good things don't exist. So you have to be focused on the good. That is how healing works. You cannot sit there and wallow in the bad and expect to feel better. Tell me that makes sense to you. Let me know. Give me some likes if that was some wisdom for you. If you know you cannot just sit there and wallow in the bad and feel better. All right? I want you to be with me on that. I want you to know that. That is an important thing for you to know. So as you are going through this, if you can focus your mind on something good, the positive things, first thing when you wake up, look around you, 5 things in your room right there within arm's reach that you can say, I'm grateful that this thing is here, even if it's your mate, all right? Even them, all right? Be grateful for them too. As you are doing that, you will train your brain not to go into the default thinking of trauma. The default thinking of trauma is everything's bad, all is lost, it's terrible. You can stop that by intentionally thinking about positive things that are happening to you right this second. All right. So Angela, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for your Thirsty Thursday. I'm so happy that you are getting ready to graduate. You did a good job. You made it through this whole thing without flipping out on your husband. Being able to meet up on the weekends, being able to trust him and believe in him. That's some beautiful stuff. Very good job. All right. Oh, I don't see any other Thirsty Thursdays, but hey, if you got something positive that's going on in your life right now, spill it, okay? Go ahead, spill the tea. I want to hear about it. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, tell me, all right? I want to hear the good stuff, all right? Oh, let me see. Oh, well, dang. Hold up. See, that's why I got the StreamYard thing. If you haven't hooked it up, go to StreamYard, StreamYard.com/Facebook, and let them see your name so that I can see it on my StreamYard because I couldn't see it. Angela, you said, because I couldn't see who was saying it. Angela, you said, I'm grateful I made it through the 1.5 mile run. Girl, I couldn't make it. I just, woo! At a 30-yard dash Tuesday and beat my previous time and passed academics and firearms at the age of 51. Hey, because age ain't nothing but a number, right? Nothing to you, girl. Nothing. It was nothing. You did it. You just, they said that you couldn't do it. and you went and did it. That's what happened. I love it. I love every bit of it. I could not do it. You had 10 years on me. I couldn't do a mile and a half right now if you paid me. I could not do it. I couldn't run it. I could maybe walk it, but I ain't running a mile and a half right now. I ain't doing it. So I am congratulating you. That is awesome. Good job. Nicole, she said, I'm grateful for having Dasha as my coach. Well, thank you, girl. I'm glad I made it into Thirsty Thursday. So glad that I can be there for you. I'm glad that I can be something that you're grateful for, because I am grateful for every one of you. I'm grateful for being able to do this, to share this, that this can be my job, that I can sit with you all and walk you through this stuff and get you to the other side and make you feel better. I love every minute of it, so I'm grateful for you too. All right. Let's see. Nicole said, I took my first kickboxing class. The last one I took was 21 years ago. Oh, Nicole, you was out there doing it. I bet you were a little slower, but you got out there and did it. I always wanted to do kickboxing. I think I might try that too. Look around and see. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do Krav Maga. That looked interesting. I was like, oh, I like that. The special forces, the Israeli special forces martial arts. Ooh, that looked like fun. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. They're like, use anything. Anything can be a weapon. I was like, oh, yeah, that looks fun. But I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you got out of your shell and went ahead and went for it. That is some good Thirsty Thursday right there. When you are going through trauma, that active lifestyle, moving your body, helps you feel better, okay? This is not just a mental thing. Don't think of this heartbreak as, oh, this is just in my head and, oh, my heart. No. This is a full body physical thing you are going through. All trauma is. So this is not just, oh, I can think my way out of it. A lot of times if you use your body, burn off some of that adrenaline, work a little bit, you're going to feel better. Okay, so I'm glad you got that. Good job. All right, some good Thirsty Thursdays. You know I love to hear the good stuff that you all are doing. You got to let me know. I want to celebrate with you. I want to tell you how good you're doing and remind you, you got to be mindful about that. You got to be really mindful about paying attention to the good things that are happening for you that breaks you out of the trauma mindset. It is the best thing for it, all right? Looking at him and what he's doing and what he ain't doing is not helping you get out of that trauma mindset, is it? It's not helpful. Looking at him is stressing you out. You don't have to look at him. The person that did this is not the person that's going to fix it for you. You're the person who got hurt in this. You're going to be the one that fixes you. It's not going to be him. Don't look at him. You steer the car. If you take your hands off the wheel, the car is going to go in a ditch, okay? Because it is not anybody else's responsibility. I know that he did this, but it is not anybody else's responsibility to heal you. Nobody else is capable of doing that. They can't pry your brain open and pour healing in there. They can't do it, all right? All right. And then the last thing, I want you to remember, stop asking all those questions. Okay? That is one thing that you can do right now that's going to make you feel better. Stop asking all those questions. You don't want the answers to those questions. You don't want to hear the answer to what positions they had sex at. You do not want to hear the answer to, did you tell her you loved her? You don't want to hear the answer to, did you tell her bad things about me? You don't want to hear any of that because, yeah, they did that stuff. They did positions. Yes, they did. As worse as your imagination can go ahead and believe whatever it is that you want to believe, but do not ask those questions. You will permanently have that picture in your brain as soon as you get all of those details. You don't need all those details. Your brain is very, very good at making the shit up by itself. All right? You don't need any extra details. You can make it all up in your head and go ahead and heal from that instead of asking and having the real images in your head, the real idea, the real outline in your head. You don't need that. It's not helpful to heal. It's not. All right? So instead of doing that, I got something better. Got something better for you. I've got the end. I gotta get myself Amazon store because I'm every day, every week, I'm recommending this, but it's a really good game. It's a really good one to satisfy that craving because that is a physical thing. That is a symptom of trauma that I want to ask all the questions. That is a symptom of trauma. It is not, your brain keeps telling you, oh, I need to know this to heal. It does not. It needs to know it to keep the trauma rolling. Okay? It is lying to you saying that, oh, this will heal you if you ask this question and you get this answer. It's lying. Okay? It will not happen. It will make things worse. All right? So instead of doing that, instead of giving into that negative way of asking questions, here's a positive way of asking questions. So the and, all right? The and. You see it over there? See it on Instagram? The light. All right. The and this is the healing edition. I love these cards. It's 199 questions that you can use instead of using those terrible, horrible, detail-oriented questions that are just going to make you sick to your stomach. Okay? This satisfies that itch in your brain to ask a question, but it's not a destructive question. All right? So, give you a couple of these. First one is, what's a memory you wish we could relive together again and why? Oh, that's a good one. What's a memory that you wish we could relive together and why? What's a memory you wish we could relive together and why? That's a good question. Better question, right? Isn't that a better question than questions you've been asking? It really is. All right. How do you know when I'm hurting? Ooh, isn't that interesting? And wouldn't it be good if you asked him this? If he may know exactly what's going on with you when you're hurting. You might not know what he does when he's hurting. So this is a good question for either one of you. How do I know? How do you know when I'm hurting? How do you know when I'm hurting? All right. And one more for the road. In what ways do you think we perceive life similarly? Common ground, right? Good question. Better, right? In what ways do you think we perceive life similarly? What ways do you think we perceive life similarly? And in what ways do you think we perceive life similarly? These are good questions, right? Better than the questions you've been asking. I want you to ask something with a point if you're going to ask anything, okay? I want you to ask something that will get you somewhere better than you were before you asked the question. If the question is just going to make you sad, if you can imagine that the answer to the question is going to make you sad, don't ask that question. Don't do that. You're killing yourself out here. Don't do it. All righty. Let's see. All right. Got all of that. So that is the basics. I'm going to tell you about that stuff every single solitary time I come and talk to you because it's such simple stuff that people forget. And if you stop doing it, it doesn't work anymore. Okay? I want you to be continuously doing this through your process of healing. You will find things in your journals that will make your mouth drop open when you go back and read them if you're actually journaling. You will fall into deep breathing without even thinking about it if you consistently practice it 5 times a day. It works. You can do that. You can change the way your brain is working right now if you do those things. All right? All right. You all let me know if you got questions, comments, thoughts, complaints. I am here for you. Josette, hello. Okay, Rosa, hi. I'm new here and just got on. Hello, Rosa. I was just doing just deep breathing. We're talking about journaling. You got to do journaling twice a day, 5 minutes, twice a day. Breathing, deep breathing 5 times a day. You'd be working on that. Being grateful every single solitary day, every time you wake up. And then I ask you better questions. I get some questions from so if you hadn't caught up with that, you can get that off of Amazon. It's like $30. And much better questions to ask than the questions you've been asking. It helps you. All right. I'm glad you're here, Rosa. Hello. Glad you made it. All right, Joseph. Joseph, let me tell you, Joseph. When I was a kid, I wanted to um, be an author, and I was like, okay, well, what would my pen name be? And instead of just writing under your own name, I thought I needed a pen name. And Josette, I think was the last name that I picked. I think it was Ronnie Josette. I think that's what I said my writer name was gonna be. So yeah, that reminds me right there. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got off topic. All right, I needed that one. I just want to show it to express for me to help him through it. I, I let him deal with that. Right now, you got to deal with your own pain and disappointment right now, right? You're trying to help him through it. You don't have to do that. He's going to be healing from you healing. All right, that's how that works. If you want to help him, you get on the express bus on the if you do that, that's going to allow him to heal because he knows he has hurt you, and the longer you hurt, the more pain, disappointment, and sadness he's going to feel. So you got to start your healing, and then he's going to see that, oh, I didn't break her, I didn't mess her up entirely. Okay, now I can start to give, now I can start to move forward. Does that make sense? Also said, oh, thank you. I was married for 21 years. Just a few months ago, my husband left me for another woman. I'm so hurt, and I'm glad to have found this woman. Rosa, you absolutely can. And he's 21 years. He's probably going to come back to you. They're always doing crazy stuff when they're married or wild, especially if they hadn't done anything crazy when they were younger. Oh, yeah, they could get to 1 years and all of a sudden they might have a girlfriend. No, he's probably going to be back, but if he's not, still, you are going to be able to heal from this. You're going to feel better. You just got to be working on your own healing path, getting past these emotions, regulating these emotions, getting them back under control, and saying that no, I don't need him to fix my emotion. You can do it. I promise you. Tatiana. Oh, that water's so cold. Tatiana, it's so hard not to ask the question. Girl, I know. I'm also struggling with thinking about the affair nonstop. I don't know how to stop obsessing over it. It's killing me emotionally. I know, girl. I am totally with you on that. A lot of that is, okay, there's a couple of things about that. Number one, okay, that is when your brain works on trauma, all right? What you have to start doing is when your brain is like over and over and over again, going through reels in your head about what happened and what is going on, you have to stop yourself and recognize when that's happening. All right. I know that seems like a simple thing, but what we will do is we will be boiling over and then we recognize that, oh, I've been thinking about this for hours and I'm feeling bad because I've been sitting in this obsession for hours. So you got to start recognizing it sooner. That's that's the whole key. If you can recognize it as soon as you start to ruminate, start to wander on off into the woods, if you can start catching yourself then, it's the same thing as okay, if you were on a path in the woods, okay, you start to walk off the path a little bit. It is best to know that you are starting to walk off the path as soon as you're starting to walk off the path. If you walk 50 feet away from the path, you're gonna be like, oh hell, where's the path? All right, it's harder to get back. So you can start recognizing it as soon as you start with thoughts. It is a physical feeling. It is not just in your head, right? Tell me about it, Tatiana. Where is it in your body? You are feeling like that. You are obsessing with that. There is some part of your body that doesn't feel good. There's probably several parts of it that don't feel good because this is a physical reaction. This is not just in your head. This is actually physically happening to your body. So you told me where is that feeling in your body? All you need to do is start monitoring that place in your body consistently. Just all throughout the day, checking it. If it's in your chest, if it's like feels like heartburn, feels like your stomach's twisting up in there. Okay, you know what that feeling is. If that starts, then you know it's all starting. So then you do your deep breathing, you get some exercise, you burn off that adrenaline, you go get a hug, you do whatever it is that will make you feel better as that feeling is rising. So then every time that feeling starts to rise, you are going and doing something positive for it instead of indulging it and following it down the dark path. Then every single time you are soothing yourself instead of allowing that thought to grow and overtake you. All right. So it's a physical thing. If you can work on that part, you're going to get better at it. Okay. It's going to get better and better and better. If I catch it sooner and sooner and sooner, it's not going to be so huge when I realize that that's where I am, and it's not going to be so hard to get back on the path. Tatiana, you tell me, does that make sense? Let me know. If I am crazy, if you need some better explanation, I got you. Just let me know. All right. Just says it totally makes sense. If I'm super and happy when he gets home, he's a different person than when I'm sad or I've been crying. Exactly. No more worrying about his emotions if mine help him open up. I think I knew this, but easily forgotten when death and depression hits hard. It is. It's super easy to forget it. You keep on feeling like I have to feel bad because this happened, and then it sucks for him, but he's just gonna have to feel bad too. All right, it is so much easier when you are in that positive space. He's gonna feel like he's allowed to heal. He doesn't feel like he's allowed to heal right now. He's not. If you are in a bad place, if you are crying, if you are sad about this, he's not allowed to heal. So you have to decide that you want both of you to heal, and okay, we're going to come out of this place. We are not going to sit and dwell in this pain, in this trauma. We are not going to do it anymore. We are together. We're going to hold hands, and we're going to walk right out of this swamp together and get on the healing path together. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm determined to do. I don't care how the feelings are roiling over in my body. I am choosing that we are both going to be healed. That is the decision part of the healing process. When you make that decision and just stick with it, just hang on to it tight, hold it to your chest, and just go along that healing path. Both of you get to heal. But if you're not okay, hey, he just ain't gonna heal it. He just gonna suffer for a little while longer. But if you're healing, then it's okay for him. Right? Tatiana, good. That makes sense. All right. Fabulous. It is a very simple thing. It is a very simple thing to monitor your body. Just scan it. Just quick scan. Okay? What is going on? Like this last week, it was time for me to get my birth control. I got my birth control this morning. But this last week, there's been this faint, fluttery feeling in my stomach that feels a little bit like anxiety, but it's probably just cramps. But I'm so used to scanning my body. I am aware that, that's a little funny feeling. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get my shot. It's almost time for that. All right, so I know why I'm feeling like that. But if you're not paying attention on a regular basis, the feeling in your body will overwhelm you. They'll reinforce the bad thoughts that you're having. Because, of course, my hormones are off because I'm trying to get birth control. And so the bad thoughts will pop up into my head, and then I have to check myself. Like, okay, wait. I'm feeling this in my body, and then I got some thoughts that are wonky. Oh, okay. Then you can put it together. But if you're not fully paying attention to that and giving yourself that loving attention, you're giving so much attention to your relationship. You got to give yourself the same amount of attention. So if you're paying attention to how your body feels on a regular basis, you know immediately when something is going wrong, and then you can stop that thought from rolling downhill and take it. Let me know if you got any other questions. I know I got more questions up here. Oh, I am trying so hard to stop biting my nails. Anybody bite their nails? I am trying so hard. It's weird now. I got a little bit of nail, and I'm like, oh look, hey, you got a little bit of nail going. All right, back on the question post every Wednesday. If you're new here, if you've never been to one of my lives before, every Wednesday at 11 after June group, I post, hey, what you want to talk about when we go live. And so I always come back and answer those questions. All right. So Betty's talking about those intrusive thoughts of their sexual acts. This is a good reason why not to ask those questions. Okay. That is another part of it because if you feed that part of your brain that wants to obsess over it, that wants you to keep coming back to the pain of what they did, and you ask all those questions, and your brain has filled in all those details. Now your brain kind of see every single time you're trying to heal, all right, or you're trying to get intimate with it yourself. So again, with the intrusive thoughts, we've got to notice them. We've got to be mindful of them because what will happen is the thought will sneak in quietly, and you'll be thinking it over and over and over and over again, and it hasn't wound you up yet. It hasn't made you feel bad. You can probably feel it in that place in your body that you would monitor in your gut and in your chest and your solar plexus. Feel like you can't breathe, something in your throat. You can probably feel it, but you're not paying attention to it because it was so quiet and slid in there so quietly. So you got to be paying attention to when those thoughts start. And then interrupt it. Interrupt it. You have power over your brain. Okay. You are not your brain. The thoughts that you are having, you are the observer of those thoughts. You are not your brain producing those thoughts. You can see those thoughts. So you're not the same thing. Okay. So you are in control of what your brain is doing. If you are consistent with it, you can train your brain to not do that. So every time you're thinking about the past sex, you're like, hey, brain, I know you want to protect me. I accept that. I thank you for it. But this is not protecting me. It does not make me feel good to have these thoughts. I would much prefer to have this thought. Try and give yourself a better thought. Try and give yourself a better thought of the two of you kissing in slow motion, like in a movie, the first time you ever saw one another, your wedding day. Try to, every time those thoughts about what they did, stop yourself in your tracks. Tell your brain you know what it's doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying so hard to protect me from this ever happening again. So you're making me riled up and fearful of it because then I will avoid it. But I'm telling you, it's just making my life miserable. I would much rather have this thought and then redirect your brain to a different thought. And you can make it the same thought over and over again, or you can make it like a swoop of thoughts. It doesn't matter. Either way, that's going to be a better way to direct those thoughts instead of just letting yourself sit there and wallow and watch the porn of the two of them. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody who's ever got the video wanted to see it. All right. So we have got to start interrupting what our brain is doing, telling our brain when we are having those intrusive thoughts that no. That is not okay. It is not making me feel any better. I need you to go to a different thought. I need you to work on this because you are causing me suffering when I shouldn't be the one suffering. They did this, I shouldn't be suffering. Right? Does that make sense to everybody who's listening? I don't know if Betty is here, but does that make sense to you all? Let me know. Because it's simple stuff. It really is. It's just consistency. It's just do it consistently. Train your brain. Tell your brain what you want it to do. If you consistently give your brain a message, your brain will eventually believe you. If you are consistently giving your brain a message, hey, this is the message that I gave my brain when I was healing was, this is my beloved. This is a person that I've been waiting for. I met a person that I love more than anybody else on this planet. I'm not giving them. I don't care what has happened. I am going to have my happily ever after with this person. And I understand, Ray, if you're freaking out and you think he's not the right person, I'm telling you, you're wrong. He is. He is absolutely the right person. The same way that I had to go about and talk to family members about it after I had told them what happened. Yeah. Same way I had to do that with them, I had to do that with them. And it's a consistent messaging thing. You are just accepting, oh, well, he must have really never loved me. What if he does this again? And you just keep following that path, you're going to be sad. You're going to be miserable for a very long time to come. But when you get off of that path, if you decide, nope, you keep following those thoughts are absolutely nowhere good. I'm going to choose my thoughts. I am going to be very selective about the ones that I allow to live inside my brain rent free. If you do that, you train your brain not to keep going back to that thoughts. All right. Aquila, is that what that is? Aquila, I like that. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. I hate saying people say it wrong. I'm Natasha, so it's Nadasha, just like Natasha, but people will say it weird. I don't know why that is. So I think that's what it is, Aquila, and it's very pretty. I have trust issues. I don't have to feel as if anyone is getting over on me or making me look like a fool. It's been over a year, but I'm constantly trying to catch him when I feel a trigger. Okay. Oh, I pronounced it correctly. Good, good. I hate getting people saying it wrong. All right. The answer to that is the fact that you keep constantly trying to catch them. You are running around like you're running around like Wile E. Coyote. You're already doing that. You're making it so that it's easier to get over on you. You're obsessing. You are focused, single minded on, I know this is going to be something that's going on. And then finding it, and then you leaving yourself open, you're totally focused on that thing, and then you're leaving all the rest of yourself completely unguarded. So if it's that you have trust issues, okay, well, we need to work on that with other people. You're worried about just that one person. But if you are all focused on, oh, I don't have trust in this person, then you're leaving your back completely unguarded. You are not making sure that nobody ever gets over on you. You are making sure that it's easier to do so because you're obsessed. You are stuck. And if you are stuck and you're obsessing, it's easier for somebody to sneak up on you. Does that make sense to you? But I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You don't want this to happen again. But you looking like that is not going to stop it. It's not going to stop it. It didn't stop it before. You already had trust issues. You were already worried about somebody getting over on you, and this still happened. So that doesn't work. And so you can keep doing it, but it's not making you happy, is it? I doubt it, right? Uh, See, Rose is saying that it's doing the cutting in and out thing. It does it for some people and not for other people. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a Facebook thing, but like when I go back and listen to, I go back and listen to what I said. It doesn't do that for me, but it does it for other people. It's weird. I don't know what that is. I don't know, Angela. She can hear me. I don't know what it is. Aquila just heard me. You said that makes sense to you, Aquila. Okay, I'm glad. I just want you to be focusing on okay, loving love instead of being worried about somebody hurting you. Just focus on that. If you are being a loving, kind person, that is what comes back to you. If you're being a suspicious, mean person, that's what comes back to you too. So if you feel like if you're constantly putting that love and that light and that faith and that belief out into the world, you make it more likely that you get it back. If you're constantly suspicious, constantly stressed, constantly angry, constantly upset, then you're not going to be getting good things back, right? That makes sense. Yeah, Josette said her sound is fine. I don't know why it does that. Some people say it just drifts out, but some people hear me fine. I don't know what that is. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, hey, let's see. But Rosa, hey, message me if you're having a hard time. And here in the comments, if you can't hear me, message me. All right. Because I love to talk to each and every one of you. I don't mind if every single one of you messages me. I don't know why more people don't people one on one that do. But You can message me. You can let me know if you need some help. If you got a question that's burning your brain, you want to get some better opinions than your friends, message me. I don't mind talking to you at all. All right. Yeah, miss somebody. Rosa said, I would love my marriage to reconcile, but I'm not sure if it'll happen, being he's with the. In the meantime, myself. You just focus on that. That is the most important part. You work on yourself, you work on your healing so you can be ready for it to happen if it happens. Most of the time, they don't stay with the other woman. That whole fantasy and delusion that they had breaks all apart once they're there with them full time and they have to tolerate each other. And then they're like, oh, I messed this up. Let me come. So I'm putting out faith for that for you, Rosa. I'm believing in that because honestly, it happens a whole lot. All right. All right. Let's see. Clearly said, thanks. I needed to hear that. I need to do individual therapy. Girl, I got you. I will coach you. I will get you there. Okay. Whatever it is, if you're having a hard time, I can get you past it. Okay. I can give you other things to think about because you get stuck in one way of thinking when you're traumatized. All you really need is somebody to keep on introducing a different point of view. That's what you really need because when you hear it from the outside, and when I say it, a lot of times it makes sense. So when you hear it from the outside and it makes sense from the outside, it starts to attack those negative thoughts in your head. You're like, what the hell? I might not be right about that. And then once you can let that part go, because what your brain wants you to do is, oh, I'm right about this, and he's just so wrong, and nothing else matters. And your brain will get stuck on that, and then it doesn't matter what you're thinking, you think that you're right, and then you're going about it completely wrong and stressing yourself out and stressing him out, and then as soon as you hear it a different way, all of a sudden it's like the scales fall from your eyes, and you're like, oh, okay, I see why that didn't work. That didn't make sense. Because, when you're traumatized, a lot of things make sense that hurt, that don't work right. Keisha, hello, hello. Glad you're here too. Oh, look at this. This folks. Hello. Okay. In my situation, I'm a cheater. Oh, okay. I lost both of my grandparents 2 years apart, and they was more like parents. Okay. What pushed me to cheating was mental and physical abuse and lack of support during that time. Now my husband is dating. He doesn't want a divorce. He says he's just doing him right now. I'm so confused right now. He's hurting. That's all it is. He's hurting and he's stressed out and he feels like, okay, we have this distance. I can get a better perspective, and I can appreciate you more. I can stop being angry at you. Okay? You're just like that's one of those big things for why people cheat. Six that that is loss, and people experience loss and do crazy things. I have more than once seen people have sex in a funeral home. I witnessed more than once. Okay, people do that type of stuff when they're hurting because they're looking for something that they know feels good that does not hurt in that moment. And I get that that's why you do it, but it's very hard for the other person, the person you did it to accept that. So you need to just be on it. You need to just be every day, every morning. Hey, I love you. I miss you. I want this to work out. Not, long drawn out messages, just short ones. So you're giving him the opportunity to come around and talk to you. Like first thing in the morning when you wake up, good morning. I'm missing you. I love you. Just wanted to let you know, have a great day. Don't ask anything. Don't ask for anything. Because right now, you're not in the place for offering. So just go ahead and start off very, very small. Always offering that love, always offering that openness, and let him come around to you. That makes sense to you, Takesha. You talk every day? All right. But I mean, we're not talking about you getting back together every day, right? Because he's still like, no, I need him back, right? If you're talking every day, he's probably gonna come back. More than likely, most of the women here, eh, you're still talking to him every day, then you go back. That is usually what happens. Just that's all it is. Don't press. Don't give him a hard time about it. I understand that you were upset with me. You have every right to be. Just keep that going. And I would love for you to come home. I want to be together. I want this to work out. I love you. You know, just keep it to that and not harassing him to try and get him to do what you want him to do in this moment. Because right now, he's just feeling it. He's mad. He wants to see somebody else. Because you did. So, and people do that. And that's why I always tell people not to cheat back. For the women that are here, most of this group is, well, all this group is women who have been cheated on. So I get that you stop playing, but most of the time the conversation is going in the other direction, and people wonder if they should cheat back. It's not a good idea to cheat back. It just never is. You are involving somebody else into your relationship. I know it seems like, oh, it's only fair, turn out it's fair play, but you're playing with somebody else's emotions because you're mad at somebody else. And you're going to draw them into this situation. And, you don't know what their reaction is going to be to that. And it's a hurtful thing to do. So that's why you shouldn't cheat back just morally. Not to do that to another person. So if he's doing that, but he's still talking to you every day, he's probably gonna be back. We talk, text, and call each other every day. He'll probably be back. He's just feeling like he needs a moment. You did something crazy. And he needs to let himself be mad about it for a little while, but it doesn't seem like he's really trying to go anywhere. He just wants to lash out and make you feel like you hurt him. That's all it is. All right. Let's see. Just like you said, oh, I'm new to this, so this is probably been addressed, but how do you feel about apps for monitoring your phones? Don't do it! Angela told you to. Don't do it. You're welcome, Takesha. Um, don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad for you. Okay. If you are going to get a monitoring device, okay, you're going to pay for stuff off the internet. Okay, first of all, that's sketchy. Okay. Number one thing is hacking, which that is, interfering with somebody else's device, their electronics, without their knowledge, that is hacking, that's illegal, don't do it. That's the first thing. The second thing, okay, is super sketchy. You got these people out here, they're like, oh, I can get you every keystroke is making. And then they take your information and they steal your information and they steal your bank's information because you gave them that too. And now your bank account is empty because it was a scam for the whole time. All right, then there's that. Okay, let's say that you get one legit ones and you are able to put it on your phone. Legit illegal, but something that actually does work. You put it on their phone, you can see everything that they're doing on their phone. It will drive you crazy. Okay, I promise you, it is no good. It is not good for your healing. It is not good for you moving forward. If you are sitting there every single day with your phone in your hand, you're flipping through it, or you got the thing on your phone, and you were going through and seeing every keystroke that he made, you were realizing every single thing he does, even if he's not doing anything wrong, and you're going to drive yourself nuts because every single day you got to check. Every single day. You can't go a whole day and just be okay and just have faith and just be loving and believe in the good things that are going for you. You can't do that because you got to do that. Because you got access. You can go in any time. Your brain does not do well with it. In a trauma situation, you know how if there's a spider in the room, you know exactly where that bad boy is? You know exactly where it is. You are knowing every second where is the spider. Okay? Having the phone is like having the spider in the room with you. You gotta know. You gotta check on it. You gotta make sure. It's the same concept that happens in your brain. You are afraid of something, you monitor it more closely. So you are reinforcing in your brain that you should be afraid of it and that you should be constantly checking on it to make sure that it's not getting you. And so now you've made yourself a nutso person. You've made yourself a complete nut out here because all you can do is sit there and check on what he's doing on his device. Is that healthy for you? No. Is it healthy for the relationship? Absolutely not. It's not going to build your trust because that's not trusting. Trust is belief. Trust is believing in somebody's word, somebody's goodness, somebody's faithfulness. It's believing. It's coming from you, not from checking your device. So all of that is saying, don't do it. It's bad. Don't do it. It's bad for you. Don't do it. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. I'm just checking it. Do everything because I'm not finding anything. So I gotta dig deeper, don't I? There's gotta be something here. There's gotta be something he was on. Let me check his history. Seriously, don't do it. It's just gonna drive me nuts. All right. Just said, actually, he said he's the one who said he was open to any type of monitoring if it helped me. If it worked, I'd say do it. I'd say that is pat him on the back and go for it. But it doesn't work. That does not build your trust. It just makes you check. And then that reinforces in your brain that you should be checking. That reinforces the fear in your brain. It's just a never ending loop. It does not work. If it worked, I say do it. If it worked, I'd have done it. But it does not work. If it, I know that this is bringing me here, but it does not work. It will not reinforce your trust in them. People that do that, you're doing that forever, and then you're like, okay, well, where does it end? Where do I stop checking behind him? Where do I stop going through his phone? At what point do I do that? And you're never comfortable enough to do it because you actually haven't been working on trust. You've been basing all of your movement forward on, oh, I checked his phone. So I didn't see anything in the phone, so it's okay for me to move forward. And even then, your brain still is not going to be happy about that. Your brain is still going to be like, oh, well, yeah, we checked, but you didn't see anything. Try to get it deeper. Somewhere in there is something he's doing wrong. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be present for you. So that doesn't help. People that are that have people on like 360 or have them on the GPS trackers, like their puppies, it doesn't work. They're just as obsessed with it. They're sitting around talking about it in the group saying, well, is my 360 accurate? He's been sitting one place for 30 minutes. And I don't know if he's in a house. And it looks like this is just a street with a light. He couldn't have been sitting in a light for 30 minutes. It just drives you up a wall. It really does. It is not good for your mental stability in the midst of trauma if you do all that. So that's my answer. Don't do it. And there's a lot of reasons not to, but don't do it. Right? That makes sense? Everybody that's here, everybody that's listening. All right, let's see. I got one more question. Caroline. Caroline said, I'm questioning if taking it back was the right decision. I think it's just my fear. I have even been having dreams about him cheating again. I know he is not cheating again at the moment. I guess I am worried about what happens the next time he feels unhappy and it's stopping me from being happy now. Caroline, you got all the answers. You know exactly what's happening here. You know, you are saying it out loud. You know it's fear. Your brain is malfunctioning. It is decided that, okay, even though nothing bad is happening right this second, I'm still going to obsess over something bad that could happen in the future that is not happening now. And I'm going to make you stressed out and sad about that right now. So it doesn't have to actually happen. You just go ahead and move forward anyway. That's what you're telling yourself exactly what's going on. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. When you start to just kind of fall and say, oh, I wonder if he's cheating. I know he's not cheating again at the moment. You said that. I know he is not cheating again at the moment. You know that. So you have checked. You have looked. You have sought. You know that that's not what's happening. So stop worrying about what happens if it happens again. If it happens again, you will handle it. That's what will happen. That's the what if. Well, what if this happens again? You will deal with it the same way you dealt with it this time. Okay? You will get past it. You will maybe talk about it. You may or may not leave him. It doesn't matter. If it happens again, you will handle it just like you handled it this time. You don't feel like you're handling it well, but you're handling it just as well as anybody. It, I know it feels like you're not doing well, but you're handling it just as well as anybody else out here is handling it. Okay? So If this happens again, you will handle it just like you did this time. All right? Have faith in yourself. If you can't have faith in them right now, that's fine. Have faith in you. Have faith that you can get what you want, move forward, heal, be open, be honest, be vulnerable, move forward in your life. You can do all of those things, and you don't need to worry about him to be able to do them. Okay? So don't let yourself be stressed out talking about, well, what if he's unhappy? You be happy. Be happy in this relationship. If you're worried about him being unhappy, then the remedy for that is the two of you being happy. That's what you're saying the problem. He could be unhappy. Well, he can be happy then. You go ahead and lead the way with happy, and he's gonna follow suit because that's what he's waiting for. He's waiting for you to be happy again, so he feels like he is making the right decision too. But if you love this person, you want to be with them, yes, the fear is going to come up sometimes. Yes, you're going to have dreams. Oh, he was cheating. You wake up and you get your breath back. You tell yourself, that was just a dream. I woke up from it. I was asleep, and then I woke up terrified, and I know that was just a dream. He is not doing any of that. That is just fear, and it is my subconscious working that fear out. I'm not going to believe the worst of him. And you just choose that. Every single solitary time there is a choice. You choose that. All right. You've already made up your mind. You made the decision. Stick with it. Okay. Hope it makes sense. All right. Jose said, "You get me? All right. If they're going to do bad, they can still find a way. So monitor might give false progress. Indeed. I'll just believe in his actions and how he treats me. Exactly. You focus on that. And you, believe in you. You chose this person for a reason. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. You chose this man for a reason. I believe every single one of you had a very good reason that this was the person. If you are feeling like he's the person, I believe in you. I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him at all. I believe in him. I believe in your judgment of him. If you say he's rock solid, he's rock solid. He is the dude. If he's the dude, I believe he's a dude. Okay? So don't let it just be about believing in him. Let it be about believing in you. Let it be about believing in what you have made up in your mind is important to you. That seems to be this person. And if that is the case, there is a reason. You don't have to sit there and question yourself about that. You had already figured out that this was the person for you before all this happened. If you do that and you still feel that, we're still moving forward, that's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need to believe in him. Not right now. You just believe in you. And then as you start to heal and believe in yourself, and then you end up showing them that he should be trying his very best to make you believe in him. All right? Hope that makes sense. That makes sense. There was a really long one. It doesn't look like a question. Ari, I'm not sure. She said, fear is the opposite of love and peace. Yes, it is. Fear and love are opposite emotions. They're different vibrational frequencies and everything. They are the opposite. Okay, it is not love and hate. All right, hate is right here. Hate is right up next to love. Okay, it is close because you got to care about somebody. You care about this person to hate them. Okay, fear is on the opposite side of that because fear only worries about itself. Fear is not worried about anybody else, not concerned about your mate at all. It's concerned solely about you. So love, love is outward. Love is outward. You worry about everybody. Fear is just you. All right? So that's their opposite emotions. That's why we have to try so hard not to follow the fear steps. Okay? Um, she gave advice in this whole thing. She said separation is the baby step towards regaining boundaries. I don't see that. I feel like your boundaries are about what you are willing to do. You don't want to be without them. Don't separate from them. Don't do that. That's not maintaining your boundaries. That's completely disregarding your own boundaries. If you want to be with them, but you go ahead and leave anyway, how are you gonna tell them to respect your boundaries when you're not respecting your own boundaries? I don't think that makes sense. But she said rage and let them think that I don't. You can rage a little bit. You're going to rage a little bit, but you're going to have to stop that eventually. Okay, you cannot continue to do that and heal at the same time. If you're raging, if you're angry, if you're hurting all the time, you got to work on that because you are staying stuck in that negative emotion instead of moving forward out of it. Feelings are supposed to be temporary. You are not supposed to be stuck in a bad feeling forever in perpetuity. That sucks. You're supposed to be able to go to the next emotion and then the next one after that. And then if it comes back around to pain, okay, fine. But you're supposed to be able to move between them without being stuck. If you're stuck, that's not healthy. We're not in a good place. All right. Um, let's see. Then she said, oh, yeah, she said that the falsehoods, the things in your brain, oh, this will heal you. It's your brain's lying to you. This part, if he does this, then you'll be fine. It does not work that way. There's nothing that he's going to be able to do that is going to fix you. You got to go on that journey yourself. You got to travel along the healing path and actually heal yourself if you want to be. You cannot wait on somebody to just present you with some healing. Say, hey, girl, I heard you was hurting. Here you go. Here's a bit of healing for you. It doesn't. You gotta pursue it. You gotta go after it. And let's see. Said the quiet, weaker voice of what to do is probably an answer. I like that one. That is good. The voice in your head is screaming at you. They're probably lying. If the voice in your head is quiet and it's calm and it's trying to give you good directions, it's probably to. Okay? You all let me know. Do you have any other questions, comments, thoughts, complaints, anything going on? Let me know before I get ready to go here. Right. All right. I don't see anything else at the moment. Lovely. We've gone over an hour. It's all good. Remember, I do want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about help. I do. There is help right here. I have support for you. If you are struggling, hit me up. Okay. I'm not just gonna sell you as soon as you start talking. Okay. I'm not gonna be like, oh here, this program, come join my program. I'm gonna answer your question. Okay. If you text me, if you message me, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all of those. If you message me, you're like, hey, I'm struggling, I need some help, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to tell you exactly what you do to stop feeling the way you're feeling. I don't have to sell everything. I can tell you things, all right? I've many clients. I don't mind sharing information with everybody. I don't want to sit here and know the way to heal and not tell you. I know. I know the way. I have been telling you every week for a couple years now. If you go back in the Facebook group, it goes back further even than YouTube. YouTube goes back way, but Facebook and the inside the Love After Shame group goes way, way back. A few years back when I was doing lives, when I didn't even have all my stuff together quite yet, but I'm telling you how to get through this. I have given all of the information. It is in my videos. If you need help, watch a few videos. Follow along with what I'm saying. Do what I'm telling you to do in the videos. But if you're struggling and you're like, I don't have time to go through all the videos, I need some help right now, I need you to tell me. I got you. Okay, just message me. Let me know. And if you do want to work with me, I'm honored. I would absolutely enjoy working with you. I work with every single woman that I work with right now. But I don't feel like you got to be scared to talk to me because I think I'm going to try and set something. I'm not. If you want to work with me, tell me and we can do it. All right. All right, y'all. Let's see. Just okay, got that. All right. That's about it. So, real quick, of course, at the end, we're going to do an affirmation because whatever you tell your little brain is an affirmation. So, if you are constantly telling it negative things, you are affirming a negative thing. Okay, you are reinforcing it, telling your brain that that is the truth. If you do that consistently, guess what? You'll be miserable. So you need to work on positive affirmations, good things to say inside your brain repeatedly over and over again all through the day. If you're saying those good things, if you cling to that, every time the negative thoughts come, you go right back to your affirmation. You train your brain that you're not interested in those negative thoughts. You are interested in positive. All right, so we've got to affirm the good stuff. All right, so I will give you an affirmation today. Oh, that's interesting. Today is a fresh start. I like that one. Today is a brand new day, and I'm going to embrace as a new day and make the most of this day. I like that one. That one's good. Today is a fresh start. Today is a brand new day. Embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. Over here. That today is a fresh start. Today is a brand new day that I will embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. All right. That's what you got to remember. Today is a fresh start. So that's an excellent affirmation as far as getting past infidelity. Today is a fresh start. We're not going to live in the past. We're not going to live in what we did before. We're going to live right now, today, and move forward from here. All right. Hey, Selena, I see you over there, girl. Hello. All right. Fabulous. Oh, thank you. All right. So we've got to focus on that. Focus on your affirmation. You need to be telling yourself good, positive things. Look yourself in the eye and repeat it like you mean it. Okay. Look yourself dead in the eye and say, "Today is a fresh start." All right. Say it like you're saying it to your best friend. If you want your best friend to believe you, say that. All right. So today is a fresh start, whatever it may be. Hey, I don't care what it's a fresh start for. Let it be a fresh start today, and all through this week until we meet again next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Healing Hour Live. I will be back then. All right. So in the meantime, don't do what the fear tells you to do. All right. It's lying to you. It's going to lead you astray. Don't do what the fear tells you to do. And I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And holler at me if you need me, okay? All right, y'all. That's it. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next week for the Healing Hour Live. Bye. Bye over here on Facebook and Instagram.